Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and we're gonna kick off today's episode. We've got prices are going down. What is happening out there? Let's get right into this, right? So the SEC won't disclose Bitcoin, ETH, or XRP holdings. That is the latest news to come out. Now, I don't know how many times they're gonna be told that they gotta do this, and they just keep refusing to do this. So that, to me, and I'm going to kick things off in a big way, right? They're refusing to disclose this. Reason being, they're going to negotiate a settlement. That is the only way that they can get out of not disclosing this information. Which means that that information will remain sealed. It will never come out unless, obviously in future SEC cases, it gets asked again to be taken out. But they are holding on to this so strongly, they just will not budge. Now, for us, XRP holders, XRP community, it's a good thing, right? Settlement, let's get it out of the way. Let's get over this in September, which, by the way, September perfectly aligns with one of the co-founders of XRP's wallet running out, so he can stop selling on us, right? So, really good timing. There was always something in the air about September, but the fact that the SEC will not let this go, for me, it smells of settlement. There is absolutely no other way that the SEC can get away with not disclosing this information unless it's a settlement talk. There literally cannot be any other explanation. They've been asked again and again and again and again to get this over the line and get it done. They just won't budge. Why? I'll tell you why. Because after Ripple, they're going after ETH 2.0. And disclosing this information, they won't be able to go after them. So they're going to go after a lot of people. And then now, what's really fascinating about what's coming up in the future is that Ripple will get legal clarity. They're going to go after everyone else. And it is going to be a showstopper, right? I cannot wait to bring you this type of information and to, just to keep you up to date with what's going on around this. And this is a big topic, right? And I want to know your thoughts in below. Now, US SEC releases fresh investor alert against crypto investment scams. The rising popularity of initial coin offerings is considered the main reason for growing scams and exploits among retail investors. Okay. That is something me and the SEC can get along with, right? Yes, there are too many scams out there in the moment. The industry is not regulated enough, and cryptocurrency industry right now is the far west. People are getting away with things that in traditional business world you would never in a million years get away with, right? So legal clarity, bringing more laws in, get rid of 11,400 coins out there in the world, right? We don't need that many. This is all good. But just get away from it. Ripple and XRP, why don't you, SEC? Now, attorney hints that documents SEC is refusing to turn over could potentially end legal scuffle with Ripple. I agree. That is the whole thing, right? The reason why they're holding on so dearly is because once those documents are out, it's pretty much game over. Now, not getting them out and having a settlement, I think, is in their best interest. But I want to know in the comments what you think around that topic. Now, XRP price analysis. XRP pokes $1.40 as bulls manage a 6% daily increase. Well, I do have news coming up for you a little bit later on around that price increase and where we're going right now. And right now, we're nowhere near 140 because the market is having currently a dip. And we're all expecting this, right? I mean, this is no surprise. It is all part of the thing. But the support levels to look at are 125 and 120. We'll have a look at 125 and 120 and how we handle them and how much further we keep going. But literally at the time of making this, about 25 minutes ago, the market started to dip, and it started to dip hard. And again, it all comes back to your own research, longevity, how long you plan to stay in the game. But these speed bumps are all part of the journey, right? You gotta be in it. Gotta be in it for the long haul to really see huge gains out there in your portfolio. Now, XRP ready for another leg up, says one of the analysts. Another says it's looking tasty. Like, I love this, right? Like when people start to get really confident about what's going on. I mean, we've been confident on this for quite some time, and it is exciting what is happening right now. and we know where we're heading, and this speed bump that we're having right now today, this drop is nothing. The entire industry is dipping right now for a little bit, and we have to retrace, right? Retraces are healthy and good. You need to retrace. And I told you, I did say, let's not get overexcited because it could be a fake out. It was a 134, support above 134, and then we're off to the moon. We went 134 and we came back in. Check yesterday's video about that possibility. That is exactly what occurred. And it's a fake out. So what's happening right now is we'll probably hit 120 and then we will go towards 170. So that there is what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for 120 and then we're going to go back up. And we'll keep an eye out on that. But this here, where we're going next and how big this market is about to get, it is monstrous what is coming. $14 to $27, right? 14 to 27, anywhere in that window, that is where we are heading in the not too distant future. And I showed you this yesterday, right? About the potential and where we're going and how big things are going to get. Things are going to get massive, right? It's going to be parabolic, the move that we make. Once we finish this little fake out, we'll go back up to 213 from here, and then we will continue to push forward. Now, Exargo, an XRP user building payment networks across Africa, recently partnered with Nia Crypto for money transfers between Nigeria and South Africa. So, ladies, gentlemen, we are moving in and making headways inside the African market, right? This is big. It's a very, very important point here. This is huge, and it's going to be really, really exciting to see how the Ripple, XRP, Flare ecosystem do throughout Africa. It's going to be a huge, huge continent, and I'm very, very excited to be bringing you that information as we get it. Let's have a look at the time. Let's have a look at some of the indicators. Okay, so as we begin to look at the market right now, we are dipping, and it is always really, really important, right, when these things happen, to have no emotional connection to what is going on in the market right now. For two main reasons, right? First of all, you're not going to change anything by getting emotional over it, right? And second, retraces are healthy. They are very, 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 very healthy. And that there is so important to understand. A, don't get emotional. B, it's healthy. What is happening right now is healthy in the marketplace. We need retraces. Nothing goes up in a vertical line. I want you guys to be ready, prepared, and understand. We are moving towards 120. That is where we're going. We are going towards 120. Right now, I'm going to show you on the hourly chart what we're looking at. So when we start to look at the 1 hour chart, we can see that we are well outside the Bollinger Band, but a retrace was always going to happen. We failed, on multiple occasions to touch the 140, go above 140 and retrace above it, right? So next stop is 120, right? That is where we are heading. Unless this is just momentarily and then we're about to go up again. But for me, 120 from here looks very, very likely. Now, when I start to look at the 4 hour and I look over here, we can see where we're heading, right? So we're heading towards, 120. Like for me, 120 is exactly where I'm looking at. Should we fail, then we'll probably go to 110. But I think 120 is where we will end up, and which will fall in line with, moving average 50, 120. For me personally, that's where we're heading, right? But as a long-term investor or, just hold. Right? You can't control this. Super healthy. Nothing out of the ordinary. Everything that is happening right now was supposed to happen. And it is good. It's good. Very good. Right? So retraces are natural. They're part of the process. Go with the flow. That's probably the most important lesson to learn. Do not get emotional about this stuff. Let's have a look at some drawings. Okay, so as we begin to look at the charts and we're looking specifically for what we're going, right? So 120. We'll get to 120 and then we will shoot towards 180 really, really quickly, right? There's a small retrace before we kick off again. But 120 and then we're off again into the distance. So should we fail 120, then 104 would be the next stop. Do I think we're going there? No, not really. Not really. I think we'll go 120 and then we will jump up and go off again. Now, should we fail to do that, should we fail, 104, then 77 cents would be the next stop. Now, not happening, right? We got way too much momentum. The entire industry is booming. So for me, 120, and then we're off. Then 170, and then 287 when will be one of the other major points before we get to all-time highs. So small bump in a very, very beautiful road, right? And the way that the journey happens, right, it's not straightforward. If it was easy, everyone would do it, right? But our journey towards 450 by the end of the month, we are on our way. It is happening, right? And could we see an SEC settlement happen in the next 20 days? Yeah, that could happen too. So we are in for a monster month for XRP. I told you that September was going to be a big month. And don't let a small bump on a beautiful road cloud your judgment. If you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you. And I look forward to see you on the next one.